I can't believe I've been doing this for over a year, this channel, and I haven't talked about John Le Carre's The Russia House. Um, so let's go talk about it, shall we? Welcome to Matt Reviews Books, and I am your host, Matt. And this is a book review channel dedicated to older books. Books that you would find in the used bookstore that were at one point bestsellers, but aren't any longer. In fact, they're kind of forgotten about. You find them also in flea markets and, that kind of thing. So anyway, if that all sounds like a good time to you, go ahead, subscribe, and hit like, comment, let me know. In fact, I haven't asked this in quite a long time, but let me know what you think I should read, because I'm always looking for good and new suggestions. So, this week, we're going to talk about John Le Carre. I already talked enough. John Le Carre, The Russia House. This was written in the height of the Cold War. In fact, when was it written? 1989. 1989. I guess that's not the height of the Cold War, is it? No, that's the end of the Cold War. That's, I guess it's a warming of the Cold War. So, that sort of sets the stage for the Russia House. There's still the Soviet Union. There's still our enemy of the United States. And before I get too much further along, well, let's just get into Synopsis! So here we are. It's, first of all, John Le Carre. He's British. And most, if not of all, of his novels, his Cold War spy novels, they're all British spies. And you probably have seen a couple of the movies. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is one of his books that got turned into a movie with Gary Oldman. The Russia House was turned into a movie with Sean Connery and Michelle Pfeiffer. Let me tell you something, the book is way better. That was a bad movie. But with the Russia House, it's the main character is a British publisher. He goes to the Soviet Union for a book fair. It's actually like an audio book fair. So this British publisher goes to the Soviet Union as part of like a cultural exchange or a cultural mission, and a young Russian woman, hands him some documents to take back to Britain and publish them. And it turns out that they are top secret documents. And the British spies, MI6, MI5. Who's this British? Ask Barley Blair, our protagonist, to actually basically spy, to go back to the Soviet Union, try and figure out who it was that gave the young lady these top secret documents to give to him, and he likes his scotch, really likes his whiskeys, and books, and he's not a spy, and so there we go. We have our story. Classic Cold War tension. Not American, but a foreigner, a Westerner in Soviet Union. And, well, here's my thoughts. This book, The Russia House, is the best Cold War novel I've read. I love this. I love this book. I think I'm gonna sneeze. So, and it's just got this tension, and everywhere that Barley Blair is wandering around the Soviet Union in Moscow. There's always this little underlying paranoia that he knows he's being followed, but everybody's being followed. Every Cold War spy novel never ends happily. There's never. It's a very much a Pyrrhic victory. The whole Cold War is like that. There's always these trade-offs. You do this one thing at the expense of this other thing. And this, if you like the Cold War, if you like the Russia versus the West, the Great Britain, the British Secret Service stuff like Ian Fleming, John Le Carre is right in your wheelhouse. You will really enjoy John Le Carre. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I know last couple of weeks we got duration creep. They just get longer and longer and longer, and I wish that was true of all things. Anyway, I will see you next time.